Great. So can you all see each other at the moment on the screen?
No.
No, you can't. Oh, okay, that's all right. So is there anything anyone wants to say or anything they want to connect in before we actually begin practice today? Morning. Hi, Teresa. Hi. Welcome. Just give her a moment to get settled.
Sorry.
That's okay. Welcome. Okay, so I think we're going to get started. We've got like I said, an elemental flow. We're going to build today. We'll do a warm up and we'll be beginning the practice in child's pose. Okay, we'll do some pranayama in child's pose. So we'll take it to a wide kneed child's pose. You may or may not need blocks. It depends on if you use blocks for your when you do your standing poses. Maybe you might want to have a block initially for your forehead in child's pose, but see how you feel. Knees are wide. Make sure if you need something behind your knees or in front of your ankles here to make your child's pose even more comfortable. And then we're going to let our belly rest down, fold through between your hips, and maybe rest on the block or simply rest your forehead down on the floor. It's a gentle child's pose for the time being. We're not going to give any very strong stretches of the arms just yet. So taking some time here now to arrive in your body, to arrive on your mat in the moment. Begin to notice any sensations in the body that may be talking to you right now. So maybe a bit of a global body scan. How are you feeling today in general in the lower back area? And if you've been a little tired in the lower back, then just know to take it a little more gentle today. Give yourself permission to do the practice you really need. Something that you're going to walk away feeling better for and not worse. Listen to the intuitive wisdom of your body, and if you're not sure 100% what that is, take the time to stay a little longer and listen and have the intention to listen. That's what you follow over and above me. So let's start to feel now into our breath. And notice as you breathe in, you feel the expansion of the belly. You might also feel your shoulders and chest rise and your lower ribs expand. And then as you breathe out, feel that natural recoiling all the way back to the core. And you might even like to find a little pause in that transition between the in-breath and the out-breath. Now, as well as feeling the expansion in the front body, see if you can also open to the expansion in the side bodies and the back body when you breathe in. And then a complete recoiling as you breathe out. Taking a moment here while we're just easing in to set your personal intention for your practice today. Maybe you knew before you went into today's practice, or maybe you may have clarity on what that is as you rest and relax deeper into this moment and arrive more present with yourself. 100% any emotions that are present for you. The state of the mind at the moment. Let's just simply become an observer, breathing space into it without trying to change it, and simply embracing, unconditionally holding space within yourself. And let's start to breathe in for the count of 4. Make it long, slow, and expansive to the very end of your inhalation. Stay in the pause. And then exhale for another long, slow 4. Again, resting in the pause. Continue to repeat this cycle. In for 4. And out for 4. Feeling the elastic nature of the connective tissues and the way that they expand effortlessly and then recoil. And honouring areas where you do feel a little bit more restriction, resistance to the expansion. And those areas we meet with softness, with the breath, tenderness and an inquiry nature. Let's do one more cycle. Beautiful. Keeping that rhythm of your breath, and let's begin to move, taking the forearms in front of you, lifting the head a little, and we'll clasp the hands. Lift your hips, walk your knees back a little and in toward one another, just so they're underneath the hips. We're going to inhale here, drop the belly like a happy cat, but we're going to be in dolphin while we do this initially. And then exhale, round your back, tuck your tail like a rounded cat. Inhale, drop your belly, draw your chest forward, shoulders forward slightly. And exhale, round and tuck. Tuck your chin, tuck your tail. Do that 2 more times. Inhale, drop your belly, maybe just shift your shoulders forward a little bit there. Exhale, round and tuck. One more time, drop the belly, inhale. And exhale. Coming back to a neutral spine, please take your left leg behind you, straight leg. Roll your shoulder blades back and down your back. And let's start to rotate our left ankle, keeping the leg still, but just rotating your ankle. Now become aware of how that translates all the way up through your leg, what that feels like. And continue, continue. I'm just going to mute. That's it. Beautiful. And let's change sides here. Lower the left knee down, extend the right leg back. Take your time and just feel what that feels like in itself. And then begin your ankle rotations. Continue. I've just got to let my little dog out the door. Good boy. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Good boy. If you haven't already, please circle the ankle the other direction. Beautiful. Lower your knee down. Let's bring ourselves all the way up to the hands this time. Fingers splayed wide. Knees are still under your hips. Inhale here, drop your belly. Happy cat, shift the weight forward slightly here while the knees anchor down. Exhale, round and tuck and rest back into a child's pose. This time the arms are active. Inhale, shift your shoulders forward, drop your belly, wave your spine into a happy cat. Exhale, round and draw back to child's pose. Release your muscles when you're in child's pose. Happy cat, inhalation. Remember to bring in a little bit of your own natural flow here. Feeling your own body. What do you need? Tweak it to your system. Exhale, round and tuck. Child's pose. Do one more like this. Inhale. Exhale. We're going to add on to this flow, and you can do it on your hands or you can do it on your forearms like we did initially if your wrists hurt. So inhale here into happy cat, tuck your toes, and exhale, lift the hips and bottom into a downward facing dog. Let's walk that down dog out now for a moment. This is our first down dog of today, or you can make it dolphin if your wrists are sore. Dolphin is forearms down. Holding the legs still for just a moment, even if the knees are bent. Root down through the hands, draw the energy up through the arms, spiral the arms open. Shoulder blades roll down your back, draw your tailbone back and away, thighs back. And the energy is down the legs, down the heels toward the floor. Feel the breath grow deep. Inhale, please drop your knees gently, come on into a happy cat. We're going to add down dog to that little flow. Exhale back to child's pose. Inhale, happy cat. Tuck the toes. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, happy cat. Exhale, child's pose. Let's do that again 2 more times. Inhale, happy cat, closing your eyes and finding a bit of a flow. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, happy cat. Exhale, child's pose. Movement and motion meditation. Inhale, happy cat. Exhale, tuck the toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, knees to happy cat. Exhale, draw bottom to child's pose. This time, inhale, shoulders to plank with your knees down. So shift your shoulders forward. And exhale, lower all the way down to your belly. Let's please clasp your hands behind your back. Roll your shoulders back and down. Head is straight. Inhale here, and I'd like you to lift your legs off the floor with your arms behind you. Stay with the legs up. Exhale. Inhale, please, this time. Feel your core activate and lift your upper body as well. Stay here for the exhalation. One more inhalation. Come up that little bit higher. Exhale, lower down. Let's do that again, just like that. Inhale here, lift your legs. Exhale, stay there. Inhale, lift your upper body. Exhale, stay there. Inhale, lift a little bit higher. Exhale, lower down and bring your hands beside your chest. Take a moment there just to wiggle your hips side to side. Breathe out fully. Even sigh the breath. 3 stages of Cobra. Feel the belly activate first, your core, your feet press into the ground. So inhale, push yourself, let your belly push you up. And at this stage, the hands are hovering. Exhale, lower. Next level, inhale, up. Come a little bit higher, the hands are activated this time. Shoulder blades squeeze together, shoulders roll away from your ears. Exhale, lower. Last layer, inhale, roll the shoulders back, come up a little higher. Maybe your arms are straight this time, the pubic bone can lift off the floor. Exhale, draw your bottom back, tuck toes, down dog. Really feel your down dog today. Brand new down dog, brand new moment. You haven't been here before. Explore your inner terrain, the landscape of your system. The energies that are flowing through you today haven't flowed through you in this way before. Every day is different. Every moment the moon is in a different position, and that energy is interacting with the energies that comprise you in different ways. It's triggering things, it's initiating opportunities, inner worlds and outer worlds. Every moment is new. Let's start to walk our feet towards our hands, hands towards our feet. Hang ourselves forward now, maybe even if your knees are bent initially. Uttanasana. You might like to cross your arms and just let your little fingers rest on the inside of your folded arms. Let the arms go, slowly bend the knees, ground the feet. Use that energy to rebound you, to unfold, completely to stand. Beautiful. So we now begin our journey through the elements. The first element we're working with here is the earth element. So I'd like you to bring to your mind the qualities of the earth, that grounded stability of earth. Take your feet about as wide as your hips and your feet facing forward. Feel comfortable here. And we're going to take a squat down slowly for 10 counts. The arms can come out in front of you. Set the bottom back, and we're going to come down slowly. I want to build that heat in your legs. This is our foundation. So 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay there, stay there, stay there, stay there. Remember to sit back rather than let the knees slip forward. Let's slowly come up. This is the tricky part. Can you feel the heat in your face? 10, 9, I can. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Whew. Lower the arms down for a moment. I don't know about you, but I definitely felt the heat generated. Shifting the weight side to side. We've got a bit of a chair pose flow here. We're going to come down in 3 stages. So again, we're still in the earth element here. We're really rooting down through our feet, grounding our presence there, connecting. Inhale your arms up. Now exhale into a sort of a chair pose. Stay high though. We're here for 3 little pulses. 3, 2, 1. Okay, sit down a little lower, just to the next third. Remember, sitting back to the bottom, not forward. 3, 2, 1. Sit down just that little bit lower, but reach through those fingers. 3, 2, 1, and slowly stand up. Exhale, hands down. Whew. You feeling warmth now? Yeah? Beautiful. That's good. So now we'll actually move into the water a little more. So from where we are, we'll do a sun salutation first to move some flow. Please take your hands to your heart. Bring your feet in a little closer. 2 round sun salutation, which is flow in itself, beginning to move more into the water. Inhale here. Breathe those arms up. Exhale, flow as you fold down. Inhale, halfway lift. Flow your spine up like a wave as you flatten your back. Exhale, hands down. Gently step or walk back to downward facing dog. Inhale your shoulders to high plank. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. And don't forget, if you've got sore wrists, you can come to your wrists here, your fists, sorry. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga that way. Release the hands, inhale, Cobra of your choice, just one time. Exhale, draw your bottom back, and then lift your hips to downward dog. 3 breaths here. Now I'm just going to show you that one before we continue the flow. Can you please all come to high plank? If you have problems with your wrists, what I'm going to suggest here, especially when we're in plank or lower down, to first of all lower your knees, then come to rest on your knuckles rather than the hands. You can do this with knees down or knees high and do your chaturanga. Still the principles of chaturanga, keep those upper arms hugged in, but you do it on your knuckles. Then Cobra on your hands, okay, but using your body. And remember to use your muscles rather than push yourself up with your hands too much. Use your muscle effort first, then just bring the hands in for the last part. Okay? Yes, much better. Exhale, draw back, either straight into downward dog or through child's pose first. We'll do that one more time and then we'll continue our flow. So please inhale, shoulders over to high plank. Maybe you come to your knuckles from here, maybe you stay in your hands. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. You still stay strong like a plank body. Rest your feet, rest your hands. Activate your core muscles. Inhale, gently raise up. Use your hands at the last part. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. We're going to either walk or hop, step or jump to the front of the mat. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Ground your feet, inhale, breathe those arms all the way up. Look up toward those thumbs as you ground down through your feet. Exhale, hands to your heart. Beautiful. Let's flow again, everyone. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, walk back to downward facing, step back, however you wish. Inhale, shoulders to high plank. Either stay on your hands or come to your knuckles. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga dandasana. Rest your feet, rest your hands. Inhale, Cobra. Remember, use your muscles first. Exhale, either downward facing dog or through child's pose to down dog. 3 breaths. Inhale, hop, walk, step or jump to the front. Exhale, fold. Inhale, breathe all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Let's begin the standing poses with the water element principle here now. Inhale, breathing the arms. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift, flatten your back. Exhale, please step your left foot back, quite a wide, long stride. Spin your foot to the side, so warrior 2 feet. Both hands on the inside of your front right leg, which is now bent. The left arm reaches forward, then cartwheel back, backstroke. Hug your right hip into the hip joint. Ground your right foot and stand up to warrior 2. Keep pressing out through that outside edge of your back leg, which is straight. Beautiful. Now the water principle comes in here. Inhale here, gracefully float your arms up, your legs straightens. And exhale, float those arms down. Inhale, float up. Exhale, float down. Visualize that fluid nature of water. Think about the fluids in your body. Think about the rhythms and the tides in the ocean. Fluidity and flow. That's it. One more time like this. Inhale, this time exhale down to warrior 2 again. Left hand will come behind you. We're going to do the water wheel flow. Keep hugging this right hip into the socket. Give your tailbone a bit of a tuck. Keep opening through that front right leg, externally rotating. Turning your right palm up. Squeeze your core. Hold your core close into your center. And inhale, reach that right arm back for reverse warrior. This is one of the in-breath. And the out-breath of the water flow is to side angle. So the right arm will come to rest on the right thigh. Left arm gently reaches over that left ear. And then the inhalation again. Reverse warrior. So we're flowing like a water wheel. Exhale, side angle. As long as you keep all those other muscles strong, then you won't aggravate your lower back. Inhale, reverse. Try to keep all the other structures strong like that foundation of the earth. Just let this upper body flow. Exhale. One more time. Inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Now this time, take your left arm, sway it down in front of your body, spin your front foot to face the long edge of your mat. Both toes at the stage are turned out. And let's start to slowly shift our weight from side to side, still continuing with that flow of water. Each pose will have a slightly different feeling about it. Let's honour that as well. Taking your time when we move intuitively. Water principle linked with intuition as well. My toes are down, but you may like to lift the toes of the straight leg without overstretching. We don't want to make it a stretching competition. This is simply for the mobility side of things and just the easeful stretching. Please place both feet down, turn your toes in, reach your hands forward, just draw your bottom weight back. Breathe deep into your belly. Inhale, shift your body weight forward, walk your hands back. We're going to spin everything to face the front of the mat. Make sure your feet and your knees always travel in the same direction. Stepping back into a downward dog. Inhale our shoulders to high plank. We can either stay on the hands or come to our wrists. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Rest your feet, rest your hands beside you. Activate your core, inhale, let it raise you up. Let the back muscles peel you off the floor. Shoulders squeeze back together, but not up, they squeeze down. Exhale, draw back, downward facing dog, 3 breaths. Please ground through your right foot now. Stretch your left foot slowly back first. When you're in 3-legged dog, turn your left foot out, and only if it feels right for you, bend your leg into scorpion, but really press the foot of the right, the ball of the right foot, push that down into the floor so you don't collapse in the upper sacral leg area. Slowly come back to 3-legged straight dog. Look to the front of the mat. Step your left foot all the way through. Shift your shoulders forward as you do this. Lower your knee if you need to. Inhale, look up into a happy lunge. Now we're coming forward. It's okay, we're coming forward. Exhale, fold. Ground your feet. Inhale, breathe your way all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Beautiful, everyone. Take a breath if you need one. Take a drink if you need one. Make any alterations if you need to. And while we're waiting, just come back to breathe down to your belly. Connect in with yourself. You're welcome to close your eyes. Feel your system, physical, emotional, mental, spiritual. Ready to flow. Inhale. Breathe those arms. Gently exhale, fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, this time right foot steps back. Turn your foot to the side with the toes turned in slightly. Bend deeply into your left leg. Both hands come to the inside of your left thigh, left leg. Draw your left hip into the socket, externally rotate through that, tuck your tailbone under a little. But what's really important is that you draw your left hip back into your socket. Right arm reach forward, cartwheel backstroke, squeeze that left hip in, foot presses down. Come to find your earth foundation here first in Warrior 2. And let's bring in the flow. Inhale, arms gracefully float up, legs straighten. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more like this, everyone. Inhale. Warrior 2. Right hand behind you. Left palm up. Keep your legs grounded. Keep hugging your left thigh in, opening it out. Inhale here to reverse warrior. Exhale out to side angle. Left elbow, palm up on the left leg, right arm over your right ear. Inhale, reverse warrior. Ground through that front foot. Exhale, left elbow, side angle. One more time, everyone. Inhale. exhale. Let's spin the right arm this time to face the long edge of the mat. Pivot your left foot, turning both toes in. Make sure your heels are in the same line. Here we're going to fold forward with the hips. Now hands may be on your hips. Look up with a halfway lift. Really feel the strength of that back. As you exhale, draw your pelvic floor up as you fold forward from your hips. Keeping with the water flow, let's walk your hands over toward the left foot. Ground your right hand down. Inhale, peel your left arm open. Inhale here, reach through those left fingers. Exhale, gently lower the left hand, walk yourself over to the other foot. Ground your left hand down, turn the fingers out a little to keep your left shoulder open, and peel your right arm open into a twist. Inhale, reach. Exhale, release. Gently spin both feet to the front. Stepping back, downward facing dog. Take your time. Inhale, shoulders to high plank. Maybe you're on your hands, maybe you're on your knuckles. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Rest your feet, rest your hands. Inhale, Cobra of your choice. Exhale, let's draw back into Child's Pose. Time to take a rest, everyone. Taking a break. Maybe the hands are down beside you, or maybe your knees are wide and your arms thread between your legs and your head rests down on the floor. Or maybe they make a pillow for your forehead. This is coming back home again to where we started. We've gone through grounding our foundation. Then we've taken an exploration through the water. And next, we're going to initiate a little fire. Fire when we're in need of transformation. We've got the resources within us. We have those energies, the capacity to cultivate or draw on the elements that are needed for any given situation. So next we explore fire. So please inhale here, bring yourself up to your hands, walk your knees underneath your hips. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. This time ground down through your left foot. Stretch your right leg back to three-legged dog. Turn your right foot out and maybe you fold into scorpion, but remember, keep pressing the left ball of your left foot down to make sure that it's absolutely fine for your body. And adjust if something doesn't feel right. If you feel like it's tilting your pelvis in a way that's not right for the rest of your body, bring it back to be in line, so three-legged dog. Let's come back to three-legged dog now, please. We're going to step your right foot through. Happy lunge here. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Ground your feet, inhale, breathe your arms. Exhale your hands to your heart. Let's get ready for fire. Inhale, breathe those arms. Exhale, let's float the arms down beside you like wings flying. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, please step your left foot back and lower your left knee down to the ground. Even lower your foot down to the floor. Ground through that front foot, draw the right hip back into the hips. Inhale and float your arms up beside you. Scoop your left tailbone under, reach through your fingers. Exhale, gently soften into your lunge a little more. Inhale, reach. Exhale, soften. One more time, inhale. Now as you exhale, take your right hand, the one of the bent knee, onto your hip. Our left elbow, the one that's up in the air, will reach around and hook to the outside of your right leg. Prayer hands flat on top of one another, your right elbow will be facing up to the sky. Now utilize this to maneuver your thoracics into more of a twist and also your lower belly too. This is the fire, it's to do with twisting as well. Twisting can help stoke the fire. Cleansing, detoxing, not saying we need detoxing, but it's always really nice to assist change if there is any. Now draw your sternum forward, draw your chest up. If you want to take this a little stronger and really bring in the fire, I like to invite you, only if you wish, to tuck your back toe and lift the back knee up. Keep hugging your thighs in toward the midline. Find a drishti maybe even on the floor to look at. Make sure you're not holding tension in the neck and in the jaws. Can you feel the fire building? Not yet? Alright, let's stay here for a little bit longer. You can? Keep breathing, everyone. Beautiful work. Okay. Inhale here, release your twist, hands down to the floor. Let's step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, shoulders to high plank. On hands or on wrists, exhale, lower down, chaturanga, body strong. Beautiful, strong chaturanga, everyone. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Draw your pelvic floor in as you make that transition and the lower core as well to support your back. Inhale here, look to the front of the mat, hop, walk, step or jump to the front. Exhale, fold. From here, inhale, half lift only. We're not going to stand all the way up. As we exhale this time, we're going to step the right leg back. Lower down through your knee. Press the front edge of the right ankle into the ground. Ground through your left foot. Draw your left hip back. Inhale. Scoop your arms up as you tuck your right tailbone under. And exhale, sink a little into your lunge. Still be aware of what your foundations are doing. Inhale here, we're bringing in a little bit of the earth and water. Exhale. One more time, inhale. And exhale, bring your left hand to your hip. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, release and hook your right elbow to the outside of your left thigh. Prayer hands flat on each other, left elbows up to the sky this time. Now stay there as you really feel into your twist in the thoracic area and in your belly. If you want to spark the heat a little more, lift your back knee. Breathing low to the belly, everyone. Inhale here, lift your sternum a little more. Exhale slowly, unfold in a supportive way, not so you release everything, make sure your knee supports you. Let's step back, downward dog. Really release the breath out. You've made it so close, you're nearly there, everyone. Beautiful work. Inhale, shoulders forward, last vinyasa. Exhale, lower down, chaturanga. Inhale, half lift, Cobra, you know what it is. Exhale, draw the bottom back. Let's take a rest in child's pose here. Even maybe shifting your weight from side to side. So now we've travelled with a really strong foundation in the earth. The foundations of consciousness have been laid. We explore the realms of emotion and fluid and flow. We get in touch with our fire. And now we're going to go into even more subtle realms, into the realm of air. And air is related to the heart chakra, so we'll be doing a little back bend and a heart opener. So please slowly now walk yourself back toward your knees. And we're going to shift forward and come to stand up on your knees. Maybe if you need something under your knees, a bit of softness, that's okay. We won't be here for too long. We're going to place our hands with our fingers down the back, just on our lower back. And it's going to be a heart opener with a slight back bend. So as we inhale here, reach your right arm, reach through your fingers as you ground down. Start to scoot your pelvis forward as you lift up out of your back and slight back bend. Only look up if you don't have lower blood pressure. And exhale, fold and soften a little bit, even sitting your bottom back. Inhale, come with the left arm, reach. And exhale. It sort of makes me think of humbly saying to Source, I open myself to your hand, your help. It's a bit like that Michelangelo's famous painting, is when we reach, when we make a step, we make one step, the Creator makes the rest. So this is like reaching our hand to Source. For me it is. And exhale, sit back. Do two more. Beautiful. Let's take a moment here, come to all fours. Cat-cow, just a couple of rounds. Inhale, drop your belly, draw your chest forward. Exhale, round and tuck your tail. Inhale, drop your belly. Exhale, tuck your tail. One more time, inhale. And exhale. We're going to come up to a downward facing dog from here. And please gently step your left foot through to the front and then lower your back knee down into a low lunge. Same thing you did before. Around that front foot, hug the left hip, the front hip back. Scoop your right tailbone under by really gripping your knee to the mat and drawing forward and come on up. Inhale, reach those arms up. This next element is the ether. It's more subtle again. And so here, where we've reached for source, and we've made one step, and the Creator makes 10 after that. We've initiated it though. Then the next is about offering. So from here, we're going to take the arms and imagine as your palms down, you scoop the energy and then come so that your right hand is underneath your left. Or see what happens for you. Do you feel better with your left hand under your right? See which way you land. Can you see you're cupped like a bowl? And here we're just going to be like we're in an offering. It's going to test the shoulders a little bit. My teacher taught me a set of 22 energy exercises. And they linked with the 22 Hebrew alphabet letters. I did them for about 15 years. And this was the last exercise out of the 22. They related to 22 primordial fields that we're comprised of, but not so primordial with lifetimes of choices. And so this was the last one. It's like the offering. Realizing our biofield, our energies, they're on loan. And how important how we use them in this life. Beautiful. You're probably feeling all of those foundational energies too now, the heat. So one more here. Inhale here, final offering. Exhale, float those hands down, lean forward. We're going to step back into a cat-cow. Inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, draw back into a down dog. Inhale here, right foot steps forward this time. Lower the back knee. Same principle, draw right hip in, scoop left tailbone under. Reach arms up first. And then scoop the energy down and around and see which way your hands lay for your offering. This time we're just going to close our eyes and again connect with the divine within you. One more breath here. Exhale, gently let the hands lower. Take your right foot, step it back, shift your shoulders forward and come to lay all the way down on your belly. Take a moment here with the arms beside you and just your head is either face down or turned to one side. Allow yourself to enjoy your energies now. A moment of receptivity so you get to drink up that goodness from the activity. Movement and stillness, action and non-action. You might feel your heart beating. Okay, so we're working our way back through the elements, just one pose each now as we bring it down. We're coming into the air pose again here. The choices are Shalambhasana, Locust Pose or full-on bow pose. Okay, so Locust Pose, legs lift, arms reach back, chest lifts. Okay, Locust. Bow Pose, bend one foot, reach for the front of the foot, Bend to 2 feet, reach for the front of the feet, walk the knees in a little more, roll shoulders back, and on the inhalation, lift. Or Sphinx is fine as well. If you don't want a back bend right now, if your back just doesn't need it, come into Sphinx. Or rest. Slowly lowering down. Keep your knees bent or bend them, but lower your upper body. Hands in front of you. And let's do a little bit of alternate crossover with the knees, with the feet, like kids watching cartoon. Beautiful. Resting the feet down. We're going to kind of go in the reverse here a little. We'll do the 5 when we're lying on our back. Because we're still in our tummy, I'll take you to the water part. Push your hands into the floor, knees into the ground. Lift your hips and pelvis. Raise yourself up. Draw yourself back for a high child's pose for a moment, almost like an anahata. Grip your hands round your back. We're going to come in for a pigeon pose or modified pigeon. So softness in a down dog. Stretch your left foot gently back, just low. Draw the knee in toward your left hand. Let your left foot flick around toward your right side. Lower the knee down and walk that back leg into your pigeon. Now stay upright first. Okay, now if your knees don't like it, it's okay to roll all the way to your left hip. Hands are upright wherever you're comfortable. And we're going to do little circles with our upper body. First, lean your chest over the outside of your left thigh. Circle down and then lean up with a bit of a back bend. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Like a wave, and feel which way feels really nice for me. How can I hold maybe a position that feels nice? If you find a position that feels nice for you, now I'm actually on my hip, I'm not up on my knee. And for me to lean, to come down right over my left hip, that feels really, really nice. So I'm going to hold there, but for you it might be different. I want you to find a place that feels nice, and then if you feel comfortable, let your elbows and forearms rest on the floor. You might even have your block if you want to rest your forehead. Wherever you are, whether you're up in pigeon, whether you're over on your hip. Keeping a flex in the bent knees ankle will help that knee a little bit too. Okay, everybody, palms down, raise your upper body up, tuck the toes, stepping back into your gentle down dog. Let's change sides. Draw your knee in first, open the knee out, right foot down, let's see your right foot in now, and stretch back with the left leg behind you. Find the pigeon position of your choice, and then begin your little circles. So first starting, leaning over the right hip, and then circle around. Take your time. If you need to roll to that outside edge of your right hip, please do. Save your knee. Nice, and when you find a spot you want to be, lower yourself down. Grab any support you need and settle in. Hey everybody, start to raise yourself slowly up. Hello beautiful friends. Lovely Charles. And they're beautiful, look at their tails wagging. Let's tuck the toes. One more little gentle down dog, Downward dog, just like Charles's dogs that have just come on. Let's lower the knees down and we'll actually come to rest, to sit on our bottom. Make sure you've got props around you, your blanket, pillow, bolster, anything you're going to need. We're going to take a little bit of core work and then a twist first, but we are going to be down on our back. So get ready for having your stuffed Shavasana for when we need it. So here we're starting in semi-boat, not with our feet up yet though. So we're going to take, I actually think we'll do zombie again. It's so good for your backs, and the more we do it, the better we're going to get at it. Okay, I like it because you get a little bit of a kind of a plow and a dandasana all in one. So I'll show you first for those of you that haven't done zombie. Those of you that have, feel free to begin. So there's two parts to zombie, and I will show you first. We start, and it's really that natural movement, unfolding. Okay, you might need to use momentum to start with, but later all of those muscles will be switching on and firing in just the right timing so that you can fold and maneuver in a very natural, low effort way. So I'll show you first, starting with the arms above the head, And just like a zombie, the arms come up first, then my head, then my chest. It's that part that can get quite tricky, and then we get to fold in the Dandasana. This is part one, and then we reverse it. My feet try to stay down if they can. And the next part is straight legs. And then if you haven't got anything behind you, you can go a little bit more of the way. Whoops. And then lower down. Try to keep soft. Your hip flexors are probably going to kick in there and you'll feel a bit of an arch in your back. Just notice. And then we'll come back to the zombie again, the upper body. Now you'll probably feel like you're throwing yourself up initially, which is fine, but just know that eventually you'll get to that point where you don't need to do that. If you have any lower back pain, keep your knees bent. Okay, if your hip flexors just don't like it, or you have disc issues, I would probably say keep the knees bent. Or maybe just avoid this one and just take a rest instead. If you have any neck injuries, I probably wouldn't take the feet all the way over the head just at this moment. We haven't got a class to, this is not a class to go through that step by step, so just modify for now. I'll do just another 2 rounds completely. Let me watch you. Synchronized, beautiful. That's it, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it, you can do it. There you go, you got it. It's just a matter of it switching on for you. Beautiful. Lovely control, everyone. Beautiful. And when you've completed your last one, we're going to find a twist, and you've got choices for your twists today. If you have a twist that's your favorite for your lower body and your spine, please just flow into that. Today, I think I will simply show you, if we're going to twist to the left, I'm going to bend my right leg, hug it in a little, and then take my left arm and draw my right leg across my left, whilst my right arm and shoulder aims to stay on the floor. And this is when you may need a pillow or something to rest the right leg on, or in between the legs. So give yourself the amount of height that you need, or let your whole body, lower body twist and put something under your right shoulder. Or simply bend your legs and twist in a way that is supportive for you. Take all the time you need to get comfortable. The more you kind of play around with it, the more you'll find new little tweaks for your twist, where you reach little areas that you haven't been able to before. So feel it from the inside. Okay. Slowly and steadily bringing your way out of the side however you came in. Take a moment to reposition your hips and your pelvis and your neck if need be. And let's take ourselves to the other side. Okay, slowly again, releasing, returning to your back, tuck the knees into the belly. Let's do 3 circles with the knees one way to massage your sacrum, 3 circles the other way. Holding here. And let's stretch it out, everybody. Lengthen your body for Shavasana. Lift anything, relay it down, let your hips open out. Position, make sure your spine is straight. Where do your palms want to be? Do they want to be up or wherever you need them? Making sure that you're warm and very comfortable. So letting go any sense of any effort or trying. Noticing now maybe those rivers of light flowing through your body so freely now. Creating the calmness, everything really settled. Settled and still. Becoming less aware of the external tune and in touch with what is happening within you. Notice the level of relationship your breath has within your being. And notice the level of relationship with the space within you. please take your awareness now into the area of your lower body, your legs and your perineum, into the root chakra. Sense the energy here down in the root chakra, your connection with the earth. And breathe in a vibrant colour red, like a mist, a red mist. And see where in your body you need this colour of the red mist. Where in your life do you need to feel a sense of stability? Or where in your life can you be okay to feel uncertainty? Knowing that your foundations, your root foundations are within you. Can you rest in those? And now move your awareness up a little higher to just below your belly button, the Svadhisthana chakra, orange colour. Breathe in or sense an orange mist. This is the water element and that sense of flow. Where in your life do you need more flow? Where in your body would you like more flow? Continue to move up to the solar plexus, to the colour yellow. The element of fire and the energy for change and transformation. Is there anywhere you need to draw on this energy right now in your life? Come a little higher to the heart. Colour green. Breathe in this fresh green healing mist. It may even be a rose pink colour of love. This is love. It can be what level of love you need or are moving into in your own being, opening up to express through your own being now at the stage of the journey, wherever you are. There are many layers to love, many expressions of love. And we each have a unique path for that. Continue up to the throat, royal blue. Balancing royal blue for communication and expression. Where in your life do you need more clear, honest, truthful communication? Coming up a little higher to the ajna, third eye, place of intuition and insight, and conscious choice making. Where in your life can you draw on this colour purple to make conscious choices? Come to the crown now, magenta colour, or for some violet. A connection to source. How can you open to a deeper connection with your source, with our source? How can that come through every element of your being as divine qualities of the divine, that love? Now with all of your colours balanced, sense yourself enveloped in a protective golden light. That love can flow through in and out. And imagine wherever you go for the rest of the day, inside your house, outside to the garden, that energy will radiate all of the goodness from within you. And it will go, that energy will travel out there in the collective. There is no such thing as real distance. And it will connect with other fields, and it will have an impact for good. Like attracts like, and distance is never a limitation for energy. So I'd like to honour the time you've given now for yourself. And I'd like to invite you, please, to bring your awareness back to your body where you're laying here on the floor. In this room that you're in, maybe. Listen to the sounds that you hear. And let's bring a little movement back into the hands and the feet. And maybe stretching the body. And when you're ready, rolling yourself off to the side. Give yourself a hug. Honouring everything about you, every choice you've ever made, every intention you've ever had, every learning you've ever had. And then hug again deeply into that space that transcends us individually and connects with a greater whole. That compassion that bypasses every boundary and, not boundary but barrier. That deep compassion that reaches anywhere that there's suffering. Just total, pure compassion from the heart. And let it find its own way, as love can. So please gently now start to bring yourself up to centered. Thank you for practicing, everybody. It's been a beautiful practice. It's wonderful spending time with you all. Lots of love to you all. Namaste. Namaste. Thank you.